Batty girls, boys, and my non-binary babes. Welcome back to Antics with Ash. Today, I have a very special guest with me, my baby girl, Danica.
Hello. I have been waiting to do this podcast.
You look
the
so cute
time.
on this. First of all, the nails.
How cute.
The set.
Came
it's
prepared.
all just really a vibe.
And actually, I mean, first of all, can I just take this hair bubble off? Let's just
Yes, absolutely.
But let's get the hair bubble off. I said that gave me the ick once, and someone was like, why would that give you the ick? And I was like, it's just a personal thing.
What gave you the ick?
Just having the hair bubble on my wrist.
I get it.
You know, it's got like a little ring of hair.
Oh, a ring of hair. That's so specific, but you're so
Just
right. I know exactly what you mean, and
just
I get.
a bit grubby, isn't it?
Yeah, it's grubby.
I do that though, so you know, we're not.
Yeah, me too. I do it.
But yeah, no, I thought cute.
That's really
you know.
cute. I love
but
it.
Yeah, thank you.
How have you been, baby?
I'm fantastic.
Good.
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Well, I say I'm good. I'm hanging out my class. Okay, I've got to be honest to you, like I can't lie to the people. Them, I feel quite bad because
you look sensational though. That's what I keep saying. I'm like, you look amazing.
No, it's because it's coming home. This will age really badly if it in fact doesn't come home.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I actually think we could beat Spain though. I do. That 16-year-old though, he's bad. Like, as in he's.
Yeah, agreed. I don't know. I'll be honest. I'm just there for vibes.
I'm just there
for
the drinks and alcohol.
Like, how much? I don't even know the offside rule.
Oh, I couldn't know.
I don't know. As in, I know the simple elements of the game.
Just kick the ball from A to B,
ball,
get
score.
it in the goal.
Good, you're done. Jobs are good end. That's all I know. Do you watch the footy?
Yeah, I'm more into boxing. If I'm going to watch a sport.
Nice.
But I don't mind a bit of football.
Yeah.
You know?
Will you get involved if it's just like, if it's like the Euros, for example, will you get involved just because I go for vibes, purely.
Well, I mean, you have to.
Yeah.
Like, come on, like the whole of the UK, we're all like, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a bit like British spirit. I don't care that much about football, but I like to get involved.
Yeah, the UK is quite bad vibes sometimes. So, like, this is the one time. This is the one time I feel like we all come together.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
we're united.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh.
Do you know what? Actually, let's chat about that because I agree with this.
Yeah.
The UK is bad vibes, but why do you think the UK is bad vibes?
Well, I mean, I think, you know, the weather has a massive part to play.
Okay,
let's be honest. I feel like that puts a downer on a lot
Everyone's
of people.
just grumpy.
I don't want to talk to you. Like, if it's raining, get out of my face.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what it is about the UK. Obviously, it's not all the time.
Yeah.
It's not every person. But I just feel like, as a whole, I don't know. I just feel like we're not as accepting. There's a lot of things where people are very stuck in their ways.
Yes. I feel like as a nation, we're quite stush as a nation.
Yeah,
and like
for sure.
everything's a bit, because people always say this about America. They're always like, if you go to America, everyone's very like, big yourself up. You have to big yourself up.
For sure, yeah. They all love themselves, which they should.
That's their culture. It's almost like, I'm going to talk myself up because I'm the shit, this, that, and the other.
For sure.
If you do that here, everything has to be like, no, oh God, I'm so down bad. And I'm like,
oh my God, I'm not thriving at all.
Yeah, and I'm not doing well at all. I catch myself.
So sad.
Yeah, I'm just so sad. I catch myself doing this though.
I know, it's
a
bad.
lot when people say to me like it's a fair comment. People will be like, oh, I see you're doing really well.
Yeah.
I don't know why. My initial response is not to be like, thank you, I actually feel like stuff is going well and it's going in the right direction. I literally go, oh God, no, I'm trying, just getting myself out the gutter. And I'm like, why do I do that?
All the time, babe.
But I do think that's because British culture just doesn't allow you to big yourself up.
I actually don't know why that is. I don't know if it's just we've got like, I don't know, we've bred like this whole insecurity and like this like competitive vibe. I don't know what it is. But yeah, like America, I belong in America. If I was in America, everyone would be like, yes, queen, do your thing. In the UK, it's like, you're so weird, you're odd, you're this. And I'm like, oh.
And I'm just like, why does everyone care this much?
Come on, let's do something more productive with our time,
Okay, this leads me on to,
Fantastic.
You already know what I'm going to talk about. Okay, you have become a musician extraordinaire.
Well, what can't I do? What can't
you do?
Bloody hell.
But how are you finding it?
Well, it's an interesting one. I've learned a lot. First of all, I've learned a hell of a lot.
Really?
Which is good. Like, I've learned
about
so
yourself?
much about myself, about the industry. Already, I mean, I've got so much more sure to learn.
Yeah.
But, oh my God, it's been like a roller coaster, that's all I have to say. From the start of like working with a producer to obviously now releasing, it's something I've always wanted to do. It's been my passion.
Say, you always wanted to do music.
Yeah.
Is that always the plan?
Yeah, I think this is where it's difficult because obviously people know me from Love Island.
Yeah.
And on Love Island, it's very easy just to say, oh, I'm from here, I'm this, I'm that. Yes, I am by like trade, is it? A dancer. But dance was never like, even out of all of the categories, like dancing, singing, acting, dancing was the least on my list to ever be professional at. Acting and singing have always been something that I've like dreamt of doing. So even the whole Love Island thing, it was always in the plan to get on the show, to then eventually go into
creating opportunities for you, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, of course.
And of course, you know, I was 20.
If you happen to find love at the same time, good for you. But otherwise, like, whatever.
Exactly. But, you know, I was 21. I knew exactly what I wanted. I wanted a career. And that's what I went out and did. And I know most people do. But, you know, at least I'm being honest about it.
1,000,000%. Do you know what? I'll be honest, I'm so over people being like, I'm going on Love Island looking for love.
You know.
Shut up.
You know.
You want a PLT deal. That's fine. Say it, man.
That's
just
fine.
say it. I mean, I guess you're not going to get on the show if you say that, though, are you?
No, it doesn't really give the same sort of vibe, does it? And I get that.
But I'm also like, I think to me, the show is slightly losing its spark because of that.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I think, like you said, the idea, if you find someone, is fantastic. Like, you know, you look at India and Dami, you look at Tasha and Andrew, like, they're still together. That is amazing. Good for you.
I love India and Dami so much.
So cute. But at the end of the day, like, I wasn't bothered if I did or did not find that. I just wanted to go on for the experience, and obviously, I'm hoping, obviously, I've been able to, very lucky, that I was able to sort of create something from that. So, but yeah, you're right, I do think that's causing a bit of an issue with the show.
Yeah, I'm just like, because by this, I think at the beginning, it was so authentic because the show hadn't super blown up yet.
Literally.
And then now it's kind of like, we've seen the pattern of what happens.
You just know. Similar characters every year. You kind of know what's going to be happening, who's doing what.
And I'm just like, people just say that you're coming on here for a bag. That's fine.
We should. That's probably why I'm having issues now with the music, because as Love Islanders, we get put in this box, in this category. So it's like when you try and break out of it, because half of us weren't honest from the start, everyone's like, you're not allowed to do that. Who do you think you are? Yeah, it is crazy.
Do you think it's hard to shake that Love Island,
hard,
like, stigma off?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to, because I'm not stopping. Do you know what I mean?
As in by hook or by crook, Danica, we're going to get rid of that.
You ain't going to keep that to me no longer.
Legit.
But it is hard. And
How long ago were you even, like, on it?
2 years, which seems like it's hard. 2 years isn't actually that long.
It seems like you were on it bare time ago.
It does, yeah. So 2 years isn't that long, but it is long. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So, you know, 2 years of me, you know, floating around doing whatever. Don't get me wrong, the music should have come way earlier than this point. But look, we were living.
No, but you need to go through the motions. Like, you need to do different things within the industry to, like, see, actually, do you know what? I don't have that much of a passion for this. I have a passion for this.
Absolutely.
Like, I feel like that is the natural progression.
There's just so much opportunity. And the thing is with me is there's so much that I had planned. Like, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this. Don't get me wrong, they'll all probably come at some point in my life. But the plan was always music. Being an artist, being a performer. I think that's where people get confused. I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm the next Adele. I am a performer.
Yes.
I am going to perform till the cows come home.
You
know?
are literally. So this was exactly so I dabbled in music.
I know,
exactly
babe.
The same.
I know.
Exactly the same. I was a dancer, like a professional dancer for like 6 years. I was like, I'm going to do music. I did it, and then I realised I actually am not passionate enough about this.
You're fantastic, can I just say? But if it's not for you, if you realise actually my passions are maybe elsewhere, then fantastic that you realise that. Do you know what I mean?
Like, I think it's so annoying when people, like, you are allowed to give things a go and then be like, I'm not feeling it.
I know. But people, you know what it is? And I have to almost not blame people because I'm like, I understand from their standpoint, I'm a public figure. So, like, even for example, I was out the other day and they were like, what's it feel to be famous? And I'm like, I get, yes, I am, but to me, it's like my level of fame, look, I'm talking like Beyonce, Rihanna. Yeah. But I get to the general public who watched me, they see me and expect a certain level or expect me to do something, you know, that's going to like blow up. Like people thought I was going to be like an overnight sensation. It's like, no, that was never what I expected.
And also that's not how it works.
Never, babe.
Whether you have a profile or not.
Never,
like,
ever,
when you're introducing your platform to like a whole new thing, you can't expect everyone, you know, like musicians.
Absolutely not.
How much do musicians like graft for years before they even start to get recognised?
It's crazy.
What I mean?
Like, and people just expected within a month for me to basically be
yeah.
Beyonce, and it's like
Victoria Monet.
It's like, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'd have taken it, but
period.
Look, I also knew when I entered this, the reason it took. I mean, I've been working on music since August last year.
Right.
So the reason it took so long is because one, I really wanted to like get myself into a headspace where I knew what was coming.
Yeah.
I knew what was coming. When you when you're on that show, the hate is just obscene anyway. Point blank. Never mind when you try and like push out the box or do something that people didn't expect you to do. So yeah, and it's like, I just wish people would just maybe let people express themselves, because like, it's okay if in 5 years' time, I haven't made it. That's okay.
Yeah,
at least I tried.
As in,
I mean, that's not going to be the case, but
yeah, we're not going to put that into existence.
No, but you know, theoretically speaking, at least I have gone out and tried, and I wish people took inspiration from that rather than wanting to be like,
rather than their immediate thing go to, let me take the piss out of this person.
But that's fine.
Poke at it. But
you know,
what do you think it is though? Like, why do you think people have this like judgment on it? What do you think it is?
Well, obviously, like I said, the show in itself I don't think helps.
Yeah.
And I just think, maybe even me as a person, like, I'll be honest, I feel like I have maybe not fully portrayed my whole authentic self online. When you come off, like, I was 20, I literally just turned 21 when I went on Love Island. I was very young. I'd been in a very small town.
Yeah.
You know, in Leicestershire, a small town, white town.
Yeah.
Long ass relationship with this
pre your Jamaica debacles.
Babes,
come on.
Like, mad. But I always knew that there was a part of me that was missing that I needed to find out and learn, but I just didn't know. I wasn't lost, because I've always known who I am, but there was elements of me
it's just
where
that like self-discovery that
For
like,
sure.
Every person goes through in their 20s.
Yeah.
Like, if I think me at 21, when I tell you a complete,
Wild.
Still like off the rails, but completely different person, like in terms of
but that's how it should be. We're meant
views
to
on things. Yeah, totally. Like, it's just so weird. I find it. Were you scared for that reason to release music?
Yeah, I was. I mean,
or like apprehensive. I feel like you don't strike me as scared.
Well, the thing is
you're no pussycat.
Nah, you're not me, man.
No pussycat.
It is difficult though, because it's like even though I knew what was going to happen, of course you hope that maybe I might just be wrong, and people will just be happy for me, and they'll be like, look, we'll come on this journey with you. Yeah, it might not be, you know, like, you got to think, if this is my starting point, just give me time, like. You know?
Exactly.
And I just think, I was a little bit scared, but you have to do these things. Like, I'm not living this life for anyone but myself.
Agreed.
And what am I meant to tell? If I went back in time and tell 3-year-old Neeks, oh, by the way, you stopped doing what you want to do because you got a public platform and then everyone was hating on you. Like, no.
You'd be so disappointed.
I couldn't. Like, I've had a plan, and that was always a plan. The reason I went to dance is because I couldn't get to London to do musical theatre, and the dancing course was what was available to me at a high level in my surrounding area. So if it was down to me, my university degree would have been in musical theatre, singing, dance and acting, but I had to do dance because I wanted quality, and I thought, okay, well, I know I've got good basis with singing and acting.
Yeah.
If I get sick at dancing, it's going to open me opportunities for the rest of it.
At least it's within that realm that like you can still find the opportunities.
Yeah, like I'm actually quite smart. I just feel like people don't see that. Maybe it's because I don't explain it. So like I'm trying to be optimistic.
Also, that you don't owe anyone. I think that's my thing with it. Like you don't even owe anyone an explanation. I think that is such a weird thing with social media and having a platform. It's like apparently you lot need to be up my ass. Like you don't. Like you don't. Yeah, I can tell you exactly as much as I want to divulge to you.
100%.
And I know exactly what you mean. It's almost like, should I have shown more of myself in this side of my personality, and then maybe they'll accept more of it. And then it's just like, who are you doing it for? You know what I mean?
It's mad.
So hard.
But like, don't get me wrong, like, I've had a hell of a lot of, you know, opinions.
Yeah.
Negativity. I've also had so much support.
Yeah.
And I think for me, ignoring my following, ignoring my platform, this is a whole new venture for me.
Yeah.
So I was looking at it from a standpoint of as if I started with nothing.
Yes.
So I wasn't looking at the however many people follow me on all platforms, you know, millions of people that might know who I am. I wasn't expecting you all to then convert.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, okay, cool. If I was happy with even 2,000 listeners. I thought, I got 2,000 people want to listen to me.
Yeah, literally.
I was gassed. And then it was like, you know, like, it's been about a month and a half since, obviously, and we're releasing things fast because I've done an EP. But it's like, yeah, I'm really, really happy with how it's going. Obviously, sky's the limit. We're trying to aim for big things. But to say that it's not even been like a solid amount of time, I'm absolutely ecstatic.
I agree.
And I'm just going to have to keep going. But it has been wild. And just...
I'm proud of you. Because I know how hard it is. Like, I remember being in the studio, and do you know what is so shit as well? I remember being in the studio and doing all of that and working on a song, and like, it really is your baby. I remember I just never wanted to release anything because nothing felt finished, and that's like a real cliche for musicians, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, nothing is ever finished.
Well, see, this
then you just don't ever want to release anything. And then you're like, oh no, I just have to put something out. So then for you to already kind of drum up the courage to do that and then allow for people to scrutinise it, it's just like, do you just want to like take my heart and go?
I know, stamp on it.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what?
I know. Well, it's funny you say that because I was actually, who was I listening to the other day? I think it was maybe Tyler. And she was saying that she'd been working on her sound, let's say, for 2 years at that point. But I think she'd already released a song like 3 years before that. And I sat there and I thought, right, so let me just get this right. This, obviously she's a superstar, right?
Yeah.
She's incredible.
She's
no doubt about it.
a joke.
She has been working on her sound for 2 years.
Yeah.
That first song I released was the first song I ever recorded. Everything everyone is seeing, there's no backlog.
It's in real time.
This is all I have.
Yeah.
There's no
I've got nothing left.
There's no backlog. So it's like, for me, I'm like, look, I just wish people could accept that I'm bringing you on a journey.
Yeah.
Like, there's none of this, like, let me perfect it. Like, yeah, of course, I'm trying to bring out the best that I can. But I'm also not going to sit here and lie and say, oh, I'd be happy if this is my work in 5 years' time. Probably not. I'm probably going to look back in 5 years' time and be like, well, you know, we all do things we regret.
Hey, listen, if I think about some shit that I put out 5 years ago, absolutely no. I would have blocked myself.
Yeah, literally. 100%. So it's like, I hear what people are saying, but it's like, just give people time and just, if anything, please just take it from me, like, just to do what you want to do, you know? Because there's too many people that sit there, like, I speak to, I always wanted to do music. I'm like, but why? And they're like, oh, I got too scared. And it's like, well, do you know what? At least no one can say bugger all about me because I'm doing it. Whether you like it, whether you don't.
That is so much sadder to me.
Oh, 1,000%.
To have the desire to, like, explore different things and not do it.
It could just never be me.
Just out of fear. Like, I just think that is so much worse than saying, I literally tried everything under the sun.
Yeah.
Some of them didn't work, some did. Great.
Absolutely.
What now? Like.
But I know, you know when I know this is what's going to happen for me.
Yeah.
So I just have to stay true to myself. I have to block out the opinions, obviously the support I love, anything negative I have to block it out. And also it is usually just a reflection of the person themselves, their fears in life, maybe they're unhappy.
I saw your TikTok.
That's fine.
It was, what was it? What is it? Happy bitches ain't hating. And
yeah, well that was in my first song as well. That was literally the intro to my first song.
But it's true.
So true.
As in, anybody who is happy with their lives and themselves,
don't hate.
Say it, you're not gonna be a hater.
And
the haters are only haters because they're insecure about something.
Absolutely.
So that is, I do think that is like the biggest takeaway from this.
Yeah, but also next takeaway, just have to quickly just add, is if you're going to do something, just be careful who you work with and who you invest your money into. Because I feel like people don't talk about trials and tribulations in this industry at all. And when I say
in the music industry,
I think in general, even like being an influencer, I feel like who to trust, who not to trust, where to put your money. Like anyone who wants to do this industry, music, singing, acting, radio, TV, please just be careful who you trust, because like I said, I've been on a roller coaster, not just from the support and the hate and this and that, and my self-discovery. The people that I've had around me, like that I've worked with, let's say, not around me, because obviously the people around me and the people around me, but the people that I have chosen to entrust my work with, just I've been scammed, babe. I feel like I've been scammed.
Wait, what?
No, I have to talk about this.
No, let's talk about
because this is tea. This is tea.
Okay, let's unpack it.
So, right. Long story short, on a long
as well, on a long thing. Do you know what though? What I will say, just adding to that quickly, is that it is hard with this industry. There is no guidebook. I always say this to people. Like, oh yeah, I'm blind. No idea. I always say this to people that are in like 9-to-5 jobs, and I'm like, it's hard. I know that they have their own
100%.
tribulations. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that like, oh my God, our job is so hard.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to be that
we're
girl.
not, for
yes,
sure.
we have great lives and
we do
really exciting things. But I always say it must be so easy to be able to say, to look at something and be like, okay, this is the guidebook to this career.
Oh,
you're going to get this promotion, then you need to do this, then you're going to get that promotion.
You know the ladder is.
Yeah. There is not a single rascal guide to anything that we do.
You just have to
wake up. Who are you going to be today? What am I going to do? Like, what sector of this industry am I going to try and
conquer this time?
Yeah, like it's crazy. It's just like all over the show.
And that's why it's fun, but it is mad. But yes. So basically, to unpack a long story and to make it short, the guy that because obviously this has been my dream. So like, I come from a small town, I'm in this big world now, I've got people I'm chatting to, I've got some friends, they're like, oh, we know this guy he's a producer. He's also an artist, but he's a producer. And I'm like, oh, please introduce me. Like, it's been my dream, it's what I want to do. You know, like, I'm willing to sort of put money into it. Cool. Yeah. Meet him, he's never heard me sing, but he's like, yeah, cool, we'll book a studio session. I'm like, sick, cool. Like, me, little me, I'm like, my God, my dreams are coming. This is it. Yeah. Literally so excited. I mean, from the very beginning, this man was just not on a serious thing, really, because he would like say, like, it took 2.5 hours to get me to London, right? So I'm driving in my car, get there, we'd go to Soho House, thinking that the studio would be after, and he'd be like, oh, so we'll find the right time to do studio. And I'm thinking, well, what have I come down here for? Oh, no. So that's babe, guess worse, that's just one thing. So he's on a bit of a joke thing from the start. Anyway, start doing the studio session. Bear in mind, I paid this man a lot of money. I won't say an exact figure, but just think, we're talking over £10,000. Yeah. This whole thing. Right. Which, you know, for me, I'm investing in myself. I'm thinking, you know, come on, I want to do this. I really want to do this. So we're working, we do 3 songs, right? Obviously, over a couple of months, we're doing 3 songs. And are you writing with him? Yeah, co-writing, And, you know, he's an artist as well, not just a producer, so you're also writing with him, and the whole creative process is together, basically. Basically, yeah. Okay. So it's me and him, you know, and he has worked with other artists. I mean, I don't want to start naming people, but there's somebody who was also on the same TV show as me who was doing extraordinarily well, and he actually did one of his songs when he first started. Okay. So, anyway, so I thought, he's legit. What did I not think? Where's Nelson? Oh, T. But he's doing his thing. Fine, so I'm sure he won't mind. But anyway, it's obviously public knowledge anyway. He's on the producer rights and everything. Exactly. But yeah, so I'm working with him. Obviously, thought he was a little bit, you know, I'm not sure about this guy, but obviously I'm just like, just excited. I'm making music. I'm trying to find myself. Anyway, so we're doing that. All is well. Then I start sort of feeling like he's trying to get like meetings involved with other people. And I'm thinking, is this guy trying to manage me? Because I'm like, I'm not sure about that. Because I'm not sure. Right. So I'm starting to get a little bit like, oh, I'm not really sure. And then at this point, it's obviously, so grey area, isn't it? Everything's... It's all a bit mad. At this point, I start meeting other people, other producers that are like, oh, well, usually we work a little bit differently. So I'm starting to think, oh my God, is he sort of like overcharged? Is he taking the piss out of me? All of this, anyway. I then... did 3 songs. He then asked to do a 4th song. I'm like, yeah, let's do 4 songs. Charged me the money for it. I pay him the money because, well, I helped him out. He was basically telling me, I need pay now because I need help with paying for my flights here and there. So I paid him, and then it was only I need help? No. Yeah, I know. My man's trying to go to Ibiza, so he's like, let's do a 4th song. And you know, when I explain this, I know I sound probably a little bit silly, but... No, Danica, I'm about to tell you exactly the same story. Yeah, I'm just being honest. Like, I want people to seriously take this as a learning curve and just to not make the mistakes I did. I know you want to do these things, but just be smart. Yeah. So anyway, I pay him. 2 months later, we then finally get around to doing the 4th song. Because obviously I flew to South Africa, was meant to do All Stars, didn't happen. Right. Came back. No. We'll talk about that. Came back.
There's so much tea in the room. Okay.
Came back and I was like, let's do the song, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, well, I'm going away again. So we've only got this, like 3 days. And I was like, no. Like, I'm going to put my foot down here. I've got my big girl pants on. I said, I need the 4th song doing now.
Yes.
Like, I paid you 2 months ago.
Right.
Thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get it done. He didn't really like that, put my foot down. And then from that moment I said that, things were just bad. Like, it's only me and him in the studio. I felt mad awkward. I started doing things like, do you want me to get you from the shop? He was like, nah. I was thinking, oh my God, this man hates me. I'm thinking, I don't know what to do.
Oh, and also, that is the worst
So
thing,
bad when you're singing.
If you're like a creative environment, you are only able to produce like magic if the vibe is right.
Oh, for sure.
If you're sitting there like, I'm feeling so off and the vibe.
Yeah, you're trying to cook up something sensational.
You literally can't.
And you can't.
No, it's impossible.
So, and it's no, like, what's the word? There's no...
No smoke with that fire?
No, what was I trying to say? I've completely lost. But basically what I'm trying to say is, it's on the TV song. Anyway.
No, right. So you said bad vibes from there on out.
Yeah, bad vibes from there on out. So anyway, no surprise that the song that I've just released, Bad Girl Shit, was the 4th song, which we made in a day. Now, I love that song, it's a vibe. There's been a lot of opinions, but just for all of you out there, we made that song in a day whilst I was under very, very bad vibes.
Yes,
okay?
Very, very bad vibes.
I'm letting you know, okay?
She's just a girl.
I'm just a girl, I'm just tired. So anyway, that happened. The first time he started being funny with me is I asked him to send me my vocals over just because I just needed to hear them. He was like, I'm not sending them over until I've touched them up. And I was like, bro, they're my vocals. I paid you. What do you mean
send me my vocals.
So he didn't. Anyway, touched them up really quickly, sent them over the next day. I was like, cool, whatever. And I said to my partner, I was like, I don't want to speak to this man ever again. He's made me feel so uncomfortable. This man's over, like 10 years older than me, by the way. And I was like, I paid him so much money that I have worked hard for.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't do this anymore. Anyway, didn't speak to him. I forgot that when you master songs, you need the stems so you can kind of go through and start pitching things correctly. So the first 3 songs of my EP, I've just absolutely raw dogged it and gone, I ain't using the stems because I'm not talking to this man. He's upset me, right? Anyway, it got to the point in the 4th song, I need the stems. So I get in touch with this man. He airs me for about 2 weeks. Obviously, I pass it to my partner. I say, babe, I can't do this. Like, this man is ignoring me. He's posting on socials. Obviously, I get he's busy, but he's posting on socials. It just feels so, like, not 1 ounce of decency.
Yeah.
All of
professionalism or anything.
And I've paid this man's bills, bro. What are you
It's a very different thing if this is like a collaborative thing that you're doing.
Different.
And it's an unpaid thing and he's like, I just want to work with someone cool. Then I get it. I've been in situations like that with music where it's like, fuck, I kind of wish I paid for this because now I don't have a say in anything. So
whereas I might as well have not.
He can go off for 2 weeks, not send me anything, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, where's the step, bro? And I'm just there twiddling my arse hairs. I've got nothing to, do you know what I mean? But I've got no leg to stand on. But when you've paid...
Really frustrating.
Yeah, like what?
So, anyway... Partner rings him, because obviously he doesn't know my partner's getting involved. He answers, says, yep, we'll send him over. Cool. Anyway, doesn't
so
send
that
them
scared him a bit, you think?
Well, no, because he still didn't send them over for over a week. So then I just messaged him. I said, look, I don't know if this is a joke to you, but from artist to artist, I need the stems.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to keep myself really cool and calm because there's no need to get, aggravated. I'll never speak to him again. I'm sure he won't me, but...
You're also like, let me be out of your hair.
Yeah.
Just send me all my shit and then I never have to chat to you again. Yeah.
Anyway, he came back with quite a snotty response and just said, don't give out my number again, blah, 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 which is fine. So now we've had to go into we're potentially moving it into legal proceedings, potentially, because he's making it very difficult. But I just wanted to say to anybody out there, please just be careful with who you trust, because I ran away with myself and entrusted someone that I should never have trusted. And, he now just is going to carry on doing what he's doing.
Right.
And I've kind of had to be the one that's picking up the pieces of like, I need to get this done and try. I've got a schedule too,
Yeah.
The releases are coming out strong and they're coming out fast. So,
do you know what? I also think there's something to be said for females in the music industry as well.
I'm terrified.
It is terrifying. It's so funny because you were like, oh, maybe what I'm saying sounds silly. Danica, I had a whole thing where I basically had exactly the same, but it was like it was actually even weirder. Our situation was weirder and went on for a year.
Oh my God, no.
And it was like a producer / songwriter who became my mate, who then also became half of a manager. And the whole thing was a fucking mess. And I realised that he was actually just scrounging me out of money.
Oh, this was what he was going to try and do.
Yeah.
And I begged this man for a contract. I said, please can you send over a contract ASAP? Because I wanted to save my bad, but also because I just thought, if this all gets a bit funny...
You need something in writing.
This man would not give me a contract.
Yeah. Well,
would not give me a contract. And now, I don't know if I can say it. Now, I've basically found out that he hasn't even made the beats himself. I keep getting copyright claims.
No. But that's also not your fault.
No.
That's
I've
you're
entrusted
under
him.
the illusion that
So
what's annoying is there's so much of this in the industry
and that's why, even though it is a tech he wants to talk about, I feel like I just want to try and be authentic and honest because it's not been all sunshines and rainbows and, you know, music and, you know, it's been amazing that I'm doing what I'm doing, but like...
But it's hard.
Trust me, you're going to learn a lot of lessons.
Yeah,
so.
you got to kiss a few frogs.
Oh, my...
in the music industry to get there.
That's
to get your steps.
That's why I'm holding on to my... yeah, you know when I actually say this to the producers, they laugh at me. They're like...
Yeah, I know. But it's mad though when you're in, and also what I will say is ambition just clouds your views
100%.
so much.
Literally, rose-tinted glasses.
When you're just so wanting something to happen, it's mad what it does to your sense of just everything.
It is literally like you are blind.
Yeah,
like
you are. Yeah, and I remember being exactly the same when I was in this position. I honestly, Danica, got mugged off by this man. It was mental.
I'm sorry you went through that.
And I remember I was really young at the time. Again, like so young. There's no rule book on any of this. I remember he would constantly ask me to send him money to help him out for stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I'm like now, thinking back now, you know, when you look at it, in hindsight, you're like, am I tapped? Am I an idiot?
No, man did take me for idiot.
Yeah, man took me for idiot. But then you're like, when you are so hungry and ambitious for something and it's all you want to do, like you don't see it completely like mars your judgment of everything.
No.
It's mental.
And when you build up a bit of a relationship, you kind of want to help. Like when he's sending me like, oh, I need to pay for my flight. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, like I can. So I'll
kind of get it,
I'll help you out.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's funny because that situation, basically, long story short, my old management went into liquidation. So I lost quite a substantial amount of money.
Right.
So I was going through that as well at the time. I told the man this and he was like, yeah, I need to pay. And I still gave him the money. And I was like, I have had an L and you're still trying to take me for it.
Take you for idiot. I don't get it.
But it's fine because we're going to, you know, after this EP's done, obviously I am still grateful for the songs that I've done and they...
1,000,000%.
They are the starting point for me, but from here on, everything's going to, well, it has to elevate because I was obviously working with somebody that didn't truly either believe in what he was doing, want to do it for the right reasons.
Had ulterior motives. Yeah, it's not like authentically there because they really give a shit about the project.
So you'll be careful out there, peeps.
God,
seriously.
it's actually
I saved your ass.
Yeah, I saved your ass. Remember that.
Remember that.
I'm really happy you've spoken about that because I had the situation I had. When I tell you, it also just leaves you. I remember my self-esteem, my confidence was just on the floor.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I actually think he's probably the reason why I didn't end up properly pursuing music, which is such a shame.
There's always time.
Listen, no, I've decided. I've decided I'm going to be a DJ. That's the new plan.
Talk to my man
Swear
over there.
down. Okay, we're going to have a mix. Do you know what it is? And it's what you said. It's so important to try these things. If you are inquisitive about stuff and you're like, I think I want to do this.
That's what we're here for. We're creative, we're energy, we're beings. We're meant to be exploring.
You're meant to try things, you're meant to explore, especially in your 20s and at this age. Like,
hell yeah.
And I remember just thinking, okay, I tried the music thing. I've realised I'm actually not that passionate about it.
And that's totally fine.
I'm passionate about music in general and performance and stuff. And this is why the more and more that I've got into music over the last 2 years, I've realised God, I would love to play a set. I think that's where I fit in this industry, and not as an artist. So
I think that'd be sick.
It is just like it's constant peaks and troughs, isn't it?
Yeah,
just finding out what you like and what you want to do.
Exactly.
Maybe it's gonna be good.
It will be.
It's gonna be so good.
Trust me.
How do you deal with the actual haters? Like, do you? Because you kill me because I know that you're like me in that I know you sit between. Don't want to give it energy.
Yes.
But also, I want to clap back so bad.
Oh, so bad.
So, like, because I get this a lot where, like, sometimes...
I'm going to tell you about yours.
Yeah. Luckily, I actually don't tend to... I think because most of my content is me taking the piss out of myself.
Yeah.
Which means that...
No one else can
No one else can, really. So I don't leave much room for anybody to say anything because I'm like, I've said that about myself already in a skit the other day.
What are you going to say?
Yeah, cool. Now what?
Yeah, now what?
Do you know what I mean? So... Luckily, I don't have too much experience with the bad comments. But anytime I have got them, there's like this constant like angel and devil on my shoulder 100%. Being like, be the bigger person, don't even chat about it. The other part of me wants to be like, I want to tell you about your class.
Yeah, no, literally, it's
what
so
do you do?
I mean, I've tried to adapt put the phone down because it doesn't exist. No one in real life is saying these things to me, right? Nobody.
Yes. No, because nobody has the bollocks.
No one either has the bollocks, or also it's just air online. Yes. It's just all air. Everyone's just, I don't know, they feel like it's a platform there. That's fine.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's just a projection of their fears and insecurities. So it's like, I try and remember that. But yeah, I'm not going to lie, there are times where maybe I'm not in the best like headspace myself, and I'm like, I swear I will come and find ways.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not bad like that.
And then you have to check yourself.
I have to remember, that
deep breaths.
It's pointless because then, in one respect, because people are like, oh, but then they win. It's like, no, they're not winning. I'm just expressing exactly what I think, which is what they have supposedly done. Yeah. So it is hard, and I do argue with people. Not argue, but I do debate with people around me. Like, but if I just, and they're like, shh. Haba.
Like, do your friends around you say, like, just don't even?
Yeah. Like, I'll be scoring, they'll be like, what are you doing? And I'm like, nothing.
Yeah. Don't look at it, don't look at it.
Anything. And they're like, are you looking at hate? I'm like, no.
And also
and I've got a tear in my eye. I'm like...
Yeah, literally.
They said I wish it.
It is, you actually do just have to ignore it.
You know, you actually
You have to, but that is the hardest thing.
Because I think this is hard. I feel like I said, online, I feel like I am my pure, authentic self online, but I feel like there's definitely maybe a couple of grey areas, which is maybe why I get some unnecessary hate. Right. Which is my fault. But like, I am quite a fiery girl. And if I say something, sometimes I say things in the incorrect sense, but I never have ill intent. So if I say it, I do mean what I say. Yeah. So sometimes it gets taken the wrong way, but it's like...
Literally... Yeah, it's so hard to not though, especially
so difficult,
especially when it's attacking your character or you as a person. And it's like, I don't care. People say, "Oh, I don't like this dress." Okay, did I force you to wear it?
Yeah,
no.
Like I've had comments, for example, and I think these are great. People are like, "Really love you, but this song's not it." And I reply, "Thank you so much for the respectful comment." Those comments, if you don't like, look, you don't have to like it. You don't even have to like me. That's why I don't need everyone to like me. I don't need everyone to like each song. Every song that I've got coming out is very different. If that one's not for you, another one might be. And if they're not all for you, cool, fine.
And also, that's what music is about.
Like, talent is subjective, and that is absolutely fine. But it's when you just see just the nasty people, and I'm just like, do you know what?
I'm like, there's malice in that.
Just move
like, who
yourself
hurt you?
Yeah.
And it's always like, user 5, 6, 7, 8 who hurt you.
Literally. But like, you know what? You would still wish you was in this position.
Very that.
It's fine. So I'm still where I'm at, and that's cool. Okay. And my supporters, they've got my back because they've been doing... They've been doing the most. Yeah. And I appreciate you. So.
I was having a scroll down on one of them and it was really, it was cute. Like, you can see like the real like loyal fans are there. And they're like live and direct.
Which is honestly all that I need.
Yeah.
That is all I need. You can have all the hate in the world, but if you've got people that really fuck with what you do,
And at the end of the day, you're doing it for the people that fuck with you.
Oh, absolutely.
Anyway, so it's perfect.
These people were going to hate regardless. This is what I think people don't remember. Like, you was going to, if you're that hateful, you was going to hate no matter how good it was.
Oh, yeah.
So,
as in, you could bring out a knitting line and they'll be like, embarrassing, madness. That it doesn't matter what you're doing.
No,
like, they are always going to hate it.
For sure.
So you may as well at least be enjoying it yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is the next step for music then?
Just keep smashing it.
Yeah.
Keep going, keep going. Look, I'm not going to be one as well. I don't sugarcoat things. Do I think there's things that I definitely could improve on? Absolutely.
Yeah,
but that's the whole beauty in this. There's it's trials and tribulations. So this next single I've got coming out on Sunday.
Oh.
Yeah, Toxic for You. This one is probably my favourite out of them all. This one, if you don't like it, you just simply a hater.
If you don't like it, then fuck you.
Because this one is the one you're going to want to get nasty in the bedroom.
Sick.
Okay? It's good.
Okay.
So, and
do you know what you're giving me a little bit? It's giving me Danny Lee vibes.
Okay.
You know who did that song with Chris Brown? Do you know who I'm on about?
No, I do know who you're on about.
No, you hang on, I'm getting her up.
Get her up.
I'm getting her up.
But this one
you know who I'm on about because your whole vibe as a musician is giving me her, and I was obsessed with her when she came out.
I'm always down for some inspo, you know, because I'm still trying to form who I am. So, you know.
This girl. Do you remember her?
Okay.
Who did the Take It Easy with Chris Brown?
Yes.
Do you remember that tune?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's who your music is reminding me of.
Okay, cool. Well, this one is one I'm
not
very
that tune,
proud
obviously.
of. Yeah.
That's like a slow cry in the past tune.
Yeah, but this one that's coming out is I can see myself doing a lot more of that style.
Really?
For sure.
Okay. I'm gassed.
This one I'm genuinely
proud of.
Yeah. So we've gone all out for the video, the marketing.
Okay, sick.
Yeah, so
I'm very excited. Listen,
we just
guys,
got to grow and learn through it.
Go check that out because when is this going to be out? Next week.
So it should be.
So it will be out. Bloodfire.
Go to Spotify.
Shake some ass. Yeah.
Get nasty with your mans or your woman's or whoever.
Or whatever it may be.
Whatever it may
or
be.
your guinea pig. Who cares? Just stream the ting. Okay.
Just stream the ting. You know. But yeah.
Okay. Right. What did you just say about All Stars?
Oh, right. So I was casted for All Stars. I got flown out.
I'm surprised that you were going to do it. You know, just because of knowing how hard it is to shape. Like, what was your mindset there?
Well, I was ready to go on and just kind of, my head space initially was, I'm going to go on and change the narrative because I still get comments to this day, nobody wanted you. I didn't want no man.
Nobody wanted you.
I didn't want any of those men. Like my man now, right? Not one of those men in there. One of those men? Yeah, one of those men.
Yeah, even
nothing
comes close to. Yeah.
So it's like, look, I hear what people are saying, but it really wasn't like that. And I think people just like to say that because, look, I know I'm buff, right?
For sure.
You obviously like the fact that...
get a grip.
You obviously like the fact that I maybe had like a little bit of a confidence knock there. I know people enjoyed that.
Yeah, people did.
Yeah.
And I find that so icky. And again,
but it's life, isn't it?
It is life.
They want to see the pretty girl fall.
People are like, oh, shame, no one likes a pretty girl. And it's like,
the pretty girl that can shake Nash, nobody likes her. Bless her, such a pick-me.
Oh, no, and it's like, I hate, pick-me is so annoying.
Well, I've had it all, babe. Pick-me, cringy, embarrassing, obsessive. Like, look, it's cool. These people don't know.
So you were almost like, I'd love to change the narrative a little bit about, like, people's opinion of your character as well.
Because first of all, I don't struggle with man.
No.
Any Love Islanders I've met out the show, they're like, so what happened then? Because you are a bit of me. And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like even when the last season came out, season 9, where it was like Jess and Sammy, they won.
Yeah.
Not all the guys, because obviously half of them were in relationships, but a lot of the guys from that season were like, oh my God, if you were in our season, you would have been snapped up. And I'm like, I know that. I wasn't really in the right season. Yeah, it is what it is. Like they weren't for me. There was a couple of guys in there that there was a couple of guys in there. The one that I left with, and then the guy that I brought back from Casa that I did quite like at the time.
Yeah.
But anyone else?
Yeah.
Deuces. I just wanted a paycheck.
Yeah, for sure. But
yeah,
also,
I didn't care.
But you're being honest about that. Like,
So
you were there. You were there for an experience.
I know it wasn't nice when I didn't find a connection, but it would have been false anyway.
Yeah.
They would have got the guy would have got hurt later down the line.
I agree.
And I can take that because, like I said, there was no emotion. That people are like, why didn't you cry? Why didn't you leave? Because I didn't care.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? So I wanted to change the narrative.
Yeah.
And because I knew a lot of the guys going on the All Stars, because obviously I'd had conversations, I was thinking, yep, coupling up with you, because, sorry, at the time, I was thinking, yeah, you're...
For those of you that don't know, Danica's man is actually on the other side. So anytime she's talking about a guy, she has to be like, baby, close your ears.
Just, darling, close them ears.
Close them ears. You don't need to hear this.
This was before you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was like, I quite like this guy. I was thinking, yeah, we might as well...
Right.
Because we've never explored it. So I'm like, yeah, let's explore it on the show.
Yeah.
Anyway, happens, get casted. They're like, you're going to be a bombshell. I'm like, cool. Show's going on. I had the gut feeling in myself not to go on. I just knew.
Really?
Don't go on. And I was...
What was that feeling, do you think?
One, because I said to
Just
myself,
almost like
I wanted
you're
to be...
opening yourself up again to this kind
you know
of
what?
like...
Not even that.
Really?
It was more because I'd said I wanted to be an OG. Then they cast me as a bombshell.
Yeah.
I let that one slide. Should never push your boundaries.
Agreed.
I let that boundary slide.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool, I'll be a bombshell. I was chatting to my now man at the time. We were seeing each other. So
Right.
I was willing, sorry, babe, to go. And leave this man.
Yeah.
So, because we weren't officially together, I was like, well, this is my career. I'm going to do this. Cool. Anyway, it comes around to the time about halfway through the show, and I'm like, nah, this is not it. Like, I'm going to have the same story because no one's going to leave their couple now. Like, no one's stupid enough to leave their couple.
Yeah.
Anyway, because I'm so stubborn.
And you always end up on the back foot the later in the show.
Of course,
because
yeah.
people aren't receptive to new people at that stage,
They're not.
are they? So, like, you're always going to be the villain
Of course.
going in.
So I was like crying, having this gut feeling like, this is such an opportunity for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I have struggled with the journey that I had on the bike. Because I know the journey and I know how I felt, but when you see so many people's opinions online and the fact it brought so many people joy, that, you know, I didn't find the man, I'll be honest, as a young girl, you do get a little bit conflicted and lost because I know who I am, but you're telling me who you think I am, and then I'm getting confused, and then I'm trying to find myself, and then I'm getting annoyed. So I was like, I'm going to show you.
Your sense of self in it, don't you? Like,
100%.
if I had all of those people's opinions, honestly,
crazy.
I don't know how you did it, because if I had all of those people's opinions, now wouldn't give a fuck, because I know exactly who I am, and it's that thing of, I'm so sure in that now.
Yeah.
But I'm like, 21-year-old me, oh my days. Like, if people were trying to make comments on my love life as a 21-year-old, shambles.
Yeah.
Like, I would be so upset.
And
like, I don't even know what to think about myself anymore.
Yeah, especially because it wasn't an issue on the outside. That was never a thing on the outside. So it was like, how have I got like, how have I got people in my DMs like, footballers, multimillionaires, this, that, blah, blah.
And
you're telling me that because someone from, I don't know, North on Love Island didn't want me.
Someone from Barnesgate doesn't
want me.
Yeah, doesn't want to choose you for a recoupling. Okay, like,
cool.
Fine.
So yeah, I wanted to change the narrative, realise that probably wasn't going to happen, but because I'm so stubborn, I thought, no, I'm going to go anyway because I have a swimwear line coming out, which we'll talk about briefly.
Ooh,
so I was like,
I
need to get some... Oh, absolutely, babe.
Some bits.
Yeah.
Because I already know that's going to be batting out. And, oh, God, yeah.
You know.
I need those for summer.
Yeah.
Okay,
so I was like, okay, cool, let me go on and promote that.
Right.
The least I can do. Even if I have a week on there, as long as I wear it, I was thinking I'll get it in the promo shot, I'll wear it, I'll get the girls to wear it. I was like, cool, I'll do that. Let's be smart.
Business.
I
That's
am
what
Miss
Kris Jenner would have done.
After all.
Come on. Yes, period.
So I was like, okay, cool, let me do that. And then so flew out about 2 weeks, just before 2 weeks before the end. So I would have gone in about 2 weeks before the end.
God, that's
too late, babes. Way too late. Bear in mind, there was loads of comments. Where's Danica? Where's Danica? People did want to see. I don't know what the production were thinking, but they really copped
what were they going?
It wasn't meant for me.
No.
The universe said,
also,
I'm putting the brakes on, darling. It ain't for you.
Also, that is a godsend, really.
I'm so glad now.
A blessing in disguise.
So glad. But when I'm the type of person, if I've got something in my head, I'm doing it.
Yes.
You ain't convincing me, I'm doing it, and I'm going to go and do it.
Yeah.
So I flew out to South Africa on my own, did everything, babe. I was ready to go in, did all my promo shots, did all my interviews, hi, I'm Danica, I'm from Series A, and I'm looking for this. I did all of that. I was actually, where they filmed that is directly opposite the villa. I could hear them all screaming, babes, right? I was there, I was ready to go in. The day I was meant to go in, long story short, they gave me a Zoom call and says, yeah, we're not putting in any more bombshells, we're sending you home. I was like, you... I was like,
you
sent me 10
at this
hours.
point, you must have been like, there must be Egypt just burned in my forehead.
Oh, I must have literally a dildo on my head right now.
Yes.
For real.
And you're just playing it like a fiddle.
Yeah, no, literally.
What the hell?
Yeah. Why are you doing that?
What?
So,
I'm really surprised they do that with All Stars, though.
That's why I was livid, because I said, look, I understand this happens, but
because you lot have like built careers and stuff from this show now. Like you've cemented yourself in the industry.
We are what makes the show.
Yes. I'm really surprised they do that.
Without us Islanders, I'm not sitting here saying I was the main character on my show, but I still contributed to the success of season 8. So it's like, when you do that, it's like, why did you do that to me? Like, you could have just...
Yeah, I'm really shocked at
saved
that.
the bull crap and not sent me out. Like, and yeah, but look, I know it's not everyone that works for Love Island that does that. I know it's a certain sector of people that decide that, and that's fine. I'm glad you saved me one, real one.
No,
but
for sure.
At the time, I was vexed, because I thought I wanted to show all these people who they're dealing with, and then now I can't. So
would you ever reconsider?
No, never.
Is that it?
That's
that
it
almost
now.
like
That was
the nail
last
in the coffin?
Yeah, not even because it's like it's just, that was my last chance to do it. I knew if I came back and... Well, I knew when I came back I was probably going to want to rekindle with my partner now.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, it's not meant to be.
Yeah.
It's not. And that's it. If it was meant to happen, it would have happened then. So...
No, I think that is exactly the right mindset to have on it. It's almost like, wild. I put the feelers out, we went to do it, it didn't happen, that's it, it's done now.
Because I knew, the universe told me, I still went ahead, and then the universe said, okay, I'm going to teach you a lesson now. You're going to be real sad.
Yeah, literally.
So,
God,
that's that.
Okay. So the best thing is, I was going to come here and be like, have you got a man?
Yeah.
Because...
Lo and behold.
And he's over there. But I keep seeing you, in some iced out car, and I know you're being a passenger princess. So I said, Danica's got a man, and I know it, and I'm going to ask her today. And then lo and behold, we come here, and these two lovebirds are here together, which is gorgeous. Is there a reason why you're keeping your relationship private? I have this chat with a lot of people, and I always just find it interesting to have to see different people's opinions on it.
I will probably eventually show my relationship. Yeah. Like, I will reveal Mystery Man.
Yeah.
If people haven't already found him
now,
already.
It's the classic hand. It's the odd thing. Yeah. And I'm like, okay. This is a very, very nice soft launch.
Yeah. So it's more because, like, I don't want people to bombard him.
I get that.
Also, it is still kind of new.
Yeah.
Obviously, I believe I'm probably going to get married to this man, but I might not. So it's like, let me just be sensible with what I do. Because I've never been in a relationship in the public eye. Like, I've seen people, I've had flings.
I was going to say, you haven't, have you?
No, I've kept, anything I've done the last 2 years has been very, very private. Yeah. Really, pretty much. So this is the first time that anyone's really seen me put a man anywhere on my socials. I think, I would like to sort of showcase a bit more. I'm sort of just easing myself into it, because I just think there is a lot to come with that. Because I was like, okay, cool, what if we break up? And then it's like, oh, guys, we're not together. It's like, I can't be doing with that.
And then you feel the need to have an explanation.
Yeah, people are going to ask why, and then they're going to assume, oh, he did this, he did that. And it's like, but you don't know my man. You don't really fully know me, because you don't know me face to face. So it's all a bit hard. But yeah, I probably will.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
I think about this all the time.
Yeah, because...
Yeah, because
do I know this? Is this a guy that I've known, like, when we've last spoke? Is this, no, is this different? Oh!
You're talking about, are you talking about Mr. Magic Mike?
Yeah.
Right. No, we have spoken about him on this pod.
Have we?
Yes. That was a while back though.
Okay.
That was, because I remember that was like Christmas time, I think, ish.
I forget when I've seen people.
I think you met him when we were at something together.
Yeah.
Yes, that's long gone. Okay. Bless him. Don't have a single bad word to say about him.
No.
Like, good boy.
That's fine.
Just didn't work out. And then I met this guy in January, and I also haven't had I am famously single, Danica, right? Like famously single.
This is where it's hard because I did not want a man.
Same.
I was like, I am an independent single lady.
Same.
And then they come along and they sweep you off your feet and you're like, oh, okay, maybe I'll make an exception for you.
It's so cliche, innit? Because when I used to hear people say, oh, love comes around when you just least expect it. And I used to go, stop all that, like Shakespearean bullshit. I don't want to hear it. Like, that's bollocks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh God, that is true.
No, it does.
It really does.
We actually were seeing each other in January last year, so 2023. Had a little couple of dates, whatever, didn't end well. I actually stopped speaking to him because I didn't think his energy was correct.
Period. And he's getting called out. He's giggling.
To be fair,
for those of you that can't see, he's having a little giggle in the corner over there.
I will give him some, his dues. He's had a lot to deal with in the last year.
Yeah.
Now I know that I'm like, okay, but I'm a serious girlie when it comes to relationships. Like, don't piss around. Like, if your energy isn't correct, even if I like you, I'm done.
You're happy to call it.
So I stopped speaking to him. There was maybe a couple of messages here and there, nothing crazy, and then we started seeing each other again casually, I think like August, but I was not taking this man seriously at all.
Really?
Like, I'll be honest, I was outside. No, I was seeing other people. I didn't care. We was going on dates. I wasn't really bothered. I thought, no, you've lost my trust already.
Right.
I will see you because I like you, but I was like, I'm not letting you get into my head now.
Yeah.
And then I think it was like November time, and
I'd quite a while.
Yeah, November time. Bearing in mind, so this is where it gets a bit techie, because if anyone hears this, I'm really sorry if I may have like seen you like a few weeks prior to this, but yeah, November time, we just had.
Just so, I love your honesty. It's the best thing in the world.
We just had a night, and I was like.
And you were like, I've been sleeping on greatness, and this is it.
I was like, no, this is my man.
Really?
But like, I was so against it. Like, I was just like, no. And it was like, I don't know. Like, people say that, oh, no, no. I had a night after 3 months where we just really got on a level, and I just thought, I actually think this might be my boyfriend. Yeah.
I might be in love with you.
No, literally, I was like, hang on a second. And obviously, I knew the All-Star thing was coming up, and I was thinking, this is getting a bit techie now.
Yeah,
this is getting a bit. I don't know what to do. But yeah, I kind of knew.
Oh,
I actually think I knew back in the January. That's why I ignored him, because I thought, don't take me for a fool.
Yeah.
Because I liked your
I can't let you infiltrate me.
Yeah. So then when I kind of let it back in again, I thought, oh no, I think I really like this one.
Yeah.
And here I am.
No. And do you know what I have learned as well, which sounds similar to your guys' journey, is that I was always under the impression that it was this real, it needed to be love at first sight, spark, because all of my relationships when I was younger were very much like that. It was like, we met, boyfriend and girlfriend within 2 weeks.
Kind of like that toxic
vibe. It's just so toxic. And with this relationship, and I've spoken about this before on this pod, but I was very much like, it wasn't like this whirlwind thing. It was like this real slow, like building a foundation with someone. And I was a bit like, fucking hell, like this.
You're used to this.
Yeah, I was a bit like, is this a bit dead? Like, is this a bit boring? Yeah, I was like, is it meant to be like this? And it's so weird because like the way I feel now is like leaps and bounds from where I felt when we first started dating in like January. And I'm like, oh no, this is actually a mature adult relationship. Yeah. I was like,
Got there.
Literally, I was like, oh, so this is what it's meant to be like. Because I was so used to this like loving the toxicity of just stuff being really quick and all fiery. Yeah, and all over the place. And I was like, actually, this feels like the most, I think, like safe thing I've been in.
They do say like true love and a proper relationship is meant to feel safe. You're not meant to feel confusion, you're not meant to feel like on edge and anxious, you're meant to just be struck in the middle. So
how soon do you think is too soon to post a man?
Oh, I don't know. There's people that be posting their man after like 2 months.
Yeah, I think
people be posting it after like 2 years. Yeah, I don't know. That like, I can't.
Because I have friends that are they're just love girls.
They don't care. Yeah,
they are love girls. So it's like, this man, I'm in love. Yeah. And I'm like, do you know what? Good for you. If you're in love, post that boy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know. I think because that's the problem, because I've never been like that, and especially in this career that I've got, it's like, how do I navigate this now? Because my last relationship was, again, a serious relationship, serious gal, and I've not had this life since that. So it's like, okay, cool.
So we're in exactly the same boat.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been in a serious relationship. Just thinking, am I going to upset anyone by that comment? No, I haven't been in a serious relationship since doing this as a career and since having like a bit of a platform and more eyes on you, basically.
Yeah.
So I was like, exactly what you were saying of, I was like, my partner didn't ask to be in this crazy world of like scrutiny and stuff. So like, I don't really want to offer you up for that because you didn't ask to be, you know, you're just a low-key guy.
You're just here for the vibes.
Yeah, so I was like, I completely agree with you with that because there's that thing of, it's so hard because there's that thing of I want to show you off and I want to post you all the time and I want to do this and that. Also, you didn't ask for this life and it is like, it's a lot. Like, I don't want weirdos messaging you or saying, so, you know, like, you just never know.
It is hard.
So I've been I'm just of the mindset now that I'm like, I post what I
just go
when I feel it, I post it.
Yeah.
And like he's up now. He's pretty much
okay.
Yeah. He's like on the gram now.
No,
but it's not
why
like.
don't I see your post then?
That
is so rude.
Yeah, that's rude.
Right.
Meta, sort something out.
Yeah, I'll put your notifications. I'll be that psycho. I'll be like, she's posting.
Yeah, in it. But like, yeah, I've been really.
I love that for you.
The first time I put something up on stories, I didn't think anything of it. First of all,
naive, can I just say? Because people are watching you,
People are watching.
They want to know.
I didn't realise. And also, you know me, I have like 55,000 gay mates. So I was like, no one's going to know this is my man. Really, like people don't know.
Yeah.
And I remember just like floods of messages. Like, oh my God, is this a hard launch? Who is this? Like, did I miss a chapter? What's going on? And I was like, oh shit, I didn't think people gave a shit. So then I was like, no. And but yeah, it's cute, but it made me feel
a bit like...
It made me feel a bit like, have I done the right thing? Should I wait? I don't know. And now I'm just like, oh my God, fuck it.
As long as your man's cool.
Yeah, I'm like, if I want to post something, I'm going to post something. And I'm also like, people don't need an explanation for everything.
No,
I also find it quite fun to just play with everyone.
Oh, you do have,
so
have to. Like,
and I like it.
I put my first official one, like, my man, my man. And then everyone was just like...
Yeah, literally.
Like, there wasn't even that many comments, it was just loads of likes. I was thinking, yeah, I see you.
Yeah, but everyone's
just
always watching. Yeah, literally.
They'll find him easy, though. He comments on my posts, so they'll find him easy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, actually, and you're not private, are you? He's probably waiting for me to post it. Like, come on.
I know, it is a weird one, though, because that thing of, like, you remember back in the day, the, like, fuckboys of the world, that they don't ever, you know, there's that, what's that saying? It's, there's privacy and then there's secrecy.
Secrecy, yeah.
And it's that, isn't it? It's like there's a difference between...
Like, I'm not keeping a secret, it's just private.
Yeah, is that there's a difference between being private or it just looking like you don't have a partner. Which I think then that's also an issue.
It is a bit,
it's so hard.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, I don't know where I sit on it.
No, I don't know. Well...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it scare you to be in a relationship now at this stage of your life, or do you feel like you're ready for it?
It did. But I'll be honest, like, not even to be like that cringy girlfriend. Like, I just it was just right because I didn't want
an independent girl.
Yes. And also, I wanted to achieve everything solely on my own. I think it's because I come from a single-parent household. So for me, I've seen my mum do it. So I'm like, I'm not getting it from no man. Blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then it's also like, but why would I make my life extra difficult? Like, I might as well, if I'm feeling the love, I might as well take it in. So and I think that, unfortunately, with anyone else I've dated in the past, I've just obviously not had that because I would be dating people and I'd be like, yeah, but he's not going to be my man though. Like, I know that. And these men would be falling and I'm like, yeah, but, and I'd tell them, I'd say like, you know, like, let's just, like, I'm just letting you know that I'm not looking for a boyfriend. They're like, no, it's cool, babes. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then it's like, then I find my boyfriend now and I'm like,
under your spell. That's
it.
The thing. That's the thing.
I know, but he's good. This is actually his clothing brand. He's actually...
Oh, come on, repping.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, wait. Yeah. You're wearing them as well. Wait, these are super cute.
Yeah, so he probably wants me to
put them on.
Yeah, so this is like T-shirt,
Obviously,
like
you're
varsity.
just me and make everything crop.
Oh, I like wearing literally nothing. I'm a naked person.
Babe, you're me.
All the time.
Yeah, yeah.
If I can wear nothing, I'm wearing nothing.
Somebody sent me a meme the other day, and it's so us coded. It's talking about British weather and being like, what the fuck am I meant to do now? Like, wear a thong and rain boots?
No,
and I was like, facts.
No.
Actually, though.
Okay, let's get the little rain boots
But
out.
me and you, shopping day, thong and rain boots.
Absolutely.
Thong and rain boots.
You know, if that was socially acceptable, like, I'm there.
Same. It's so annoying.
Like, in the winter, that top you're wearing now, I'm wearing that.
I'm that person. Yeah.
This
never gets cold.
Never. This is as cover up as I'm getting, to be honest.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
I can be a little bit modest, but do you know what? I want to...
Do you know what I think?
I want a shoulder.
I agree, but I also think when I'm wrinkly and grey,
I'll be modest then.
I'll be like, wagwan for me not wearing skimpy little outfits when I could. As in, like, I don't get it.
And I just think if I'm there, like, shaking Nash, does it make sense for me to then try and be modest? I'm not sure if the correlation works. Do you know what I mean?
I'm like, be your true, authentic self, man.
I've just got to do it.
Yeah.
And I like being naked.
I agree.
I can't help it, but...
You were doing some fire picture posts on all your travels.
Oh, thank you.
As well. Where did you just get Zanzibar, right?
Zanzibar, yeah.
Was it amazing?
It was. I will say not the right time of year to go, though.
Oh.
But it is amazing. Like, I cannot wait to go back, maybe like February time.
Yes, okay.
But the first, like, we went 5 days.
What made you want to go to Zanzibar?
Well, it was basically working with a concierge company, Ria Concierge. So she basically planned the whole trip. So it was a work trip.
Sick, okay.
But she lives out there, her and her husband, they do it.
Oh,
we went out there with a group of us. And yeah, I mean, it was amazing. But the first 2 days it was raining and it was a bit like lowered the morale.
What's it like as a place? Because I want to go really badly.
Well, when the sun came out, first of all, the beaches and the sea, unbelievable.
I was looking at your post. I was literally avidly watching.
No edit.
You know when you're like, I just want to be where you are right now.
Unreal. Like, the people, the culture, the way. And this is the thing as well. You know, this is when I said earlier, UK is bad vibes. You know when you go there, the way that they just dance, they just live, they vibe, they don't give a fuck.
Yes.
They don't care. They don't care at all. They just do it, and they do all these like...
and I love it.
Like, if I do anything like that, everyone's like, you're so weird. And I'm like, but okay, take me out of the UK.
Yeah.
And if I did that in my native country, you're never going to sit there and say anything.
Exactly.
It's normal there.
Yeah.
So it's like, when I see that, I'm in awe, because I'm like, wow, like, you guys are just fully living exactly how you want to live. And giving
I love it.
tosses.
It's so honest and just
so
like,
pure.
authentic, isn't it?
Yeah, and do you know what? I feel like
I think this is why everyone needs to travel.
No, 100%.
Genuinely, I think people that just stay in their cities and in their countries and don't see the world, I think that's what you miss out on seeing.
100%. And I was going to say, like, I feel like in all of these countries, the Caribbean, Africa, all these places where, you know, they might not always have a lot, they are so grateful for everything that they do have.
Yeah.
Whereas in the UK, we are constantly like, want this, want that, no, bit of this, bit of that, competition. Like, it's just not nice.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we are in a rat race, especially in the UK. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy to break out of that, but when you go to another country and you see, it's not about that there.
It's also just that, oh my God, it's such a chill way of life.
And they're just they're so much happy. You can see they're so much happier. Like, there was a group of guys dancing on the beach and we went down and joined. I thought, you would never, ever, ever see in the town park people in London and then all of us joining in and them just accepting us. It would be like,
yeah, it'd be like, why are you dancing in the middle of the day on a Monday?
Or it would be like, how embarrassing, that's so cringy. Like, what even is cringy? And what is like, who made these things up?
Yeah, it's so true.
Like, when you're a buff gal, I don't get embarrassed by nothing.
Who made up and also cringy by whose standard? I think that's the main thing, isn't it?
Everything is subjective.
Yeah.
Like, I don't use Twitter, but I just know I've been dragged to the
Oh, babe. Twitter, spooky ooky. I stay far away from Twitter. Somebody told me the other day that I was getting dragged on Twitter and I went, that's absolutely fine. I said, I can't see it. I said, that's why I don't have it. I was like,
I have Twitter, I just don't look. And I just know, with all this music, I'm getting dragged.
Yeah.
I just know.
Yes.
I know I am.
Yeah.
And cool,
but out of sight, out of mind.
But yeah, and it's like, and all I ever see is like, this girl is so embarrassed. But right, you either maybe don't quite get me, or maybe that's why I keep saying maybe it's my fault for not maybe showing enough of me online. Maybe people are getting a bit confused.
Right.
But also it's like, but what do you mean? Like, what? So, okay, I'll just sit there and go, I'll never do that again then because Susan called me embarrassing.
Exactly.
I'm not sure that...
Susan. Yeah, there's no point in it. And
so
also,
confusing.
the whole... I think, like, I really found this through doing content. I have really tried to just, like, smash. I mean, you know, I don't really give a ass about anything anyway. Most of the time, I'm just like, whatever. But it really helped me to realise when I started doing, like, not caring at all about anything cringe, anything that's a bit embarrassing, and just being like a weirdo.
You just have to.
I was like, everyone just accepts you so fully as long as you're being yourself, you know? And I think you will 1,000,000% find this on your music journey.
100%.
I think the more that you do it, people will start being like, this is her expressing her.
And I also want to just be a bit more honest. Like, I want to do more like behind the scenes and stuff. And like, that's why I said that story, because it's like, let me just be honest with you, because I know people out there, oh my God, I got dragged the other day because basically, long story short, on my Snapchat, I was like, I'm tired of a mess and I hate sitting in economy. It's the truth. I'm being honest,
my God.
right?
No,
you should never say anything like that if you don't want to get
killed me. No, but also, I was like, she's a bougie babe, man. If that's how she feels, that's how she feels.
Look, let me just clear it up,
It was killing me. She was like, so tired, hate economy. And I was like, I have 1,000,000% said that 1,000 times.
Don't get me wrong, right? Did I want to offend anyone that supports me? No, absolutely not. Like, I've come from humble beginnings. Trust me, economy is all I knew at some time of day. Always wanted more. But I was just being honest. It's not because I'm this bougie girl that can afford to pay 10 grand sitting first class, because I'm not doing that. Even if I had no money, I would still say that statement. I don't like economy. And guess what? The girl next to me had an argument with the woman behind me about putting a seat back. She was like, "It's inconsiderate, you're putting your seat back." She was like, "But I've paid for the seat." And I was like, well,
every time I sit on a plane, I say I hate economy. But I'm not paying for first class.
But this is what I mean. It's not because it... And then, look, where I maybe was a bit naughty, I fed into the hate.
You cut back.
That's where I should not have. But I did.
We need to learn.
But the reason I did is because it's like, but sometimes it's like, who are you talking to? Because you think I'm this alien. I'm not. Right?
You're just a girl.
I'm just going to be honest with you. If I wanted to upgrade, I was being honest. I could have done. Doesn't mean I was going. And
you still chose
I know
to be
you can't say these things unless you're going to be okay with getting a fire response back. And that is why, okay, cool, I said it. I take on what people have said. People that take it too far, this girl would be nothing without Love Island. Oh, okay, if that's your opinion, I'm sure I'd have made something of myself. That's fine.
Also, let them talk.
You're running up those
Run
rules,
it
man.
up.
Imagine, I was scrolling and I came across a video of that. And it had like 7,000 likes, and people were like, "This girl's so hooked." Imagine, you know, when you see yourself on the For You page, you're like, "Oh, hello."
Oh, wait, as in somebody else?
Somebody else had screenshot all the Snapchats of me, and I was scrolling, and I was like,
I think that's how I saw it.
Hello.
I think that's how I saw it. I think it was on TikTok. And I was like, oh my God, I'm screaming. I just found it funny.
Look, should I have said it? Probably not. But at the end of the day, I would love for anyone to sit here and say, "Oh, I love sitting on Ryanair economy."
If
I had the
I'm sorry, if you can sit there and tell me that you like being on Ryanair, you are a liar and an actress. Go the fuck out.
And I understand that it's, you know, people were sort of saying not everyone can do this, and I get that. And I'm sorry if it came across that way. I am, of course. Look, this is what I mean. I say things sometimes. Maybe I shouldn't have said it like that, because I think, look, anyone that knows me, I am like, kind of unserious sometimes. Like, I say things and I'm like, but then when I say it online, maybe because they don't know that side,
it's deliberate.
Sometimes they're like, excuse me, and I'm like, no, I didn't mean it like that. I was being silly.
I was just being... Do you know what? I just think from now on, anytime anyone claps back at anything for me, I'm just going to say, I'm just being silly. Listen, I was just being silly. Don't take it too serious. I realised you were
tongue-in-cheek, Danielle.
It's tongue-in-cheek, Danielle. What's the rest of that?
I don't know.
Oh my God, that is my favourite saying. It's tongue-in-cheek, Danielle. It's just a laugh.
So funny. But that is all it is. But yeah, you know, look, it is what it is.
On that note, I feel like we're done so. I feel like we've taken away a lot from this pod. Do you know what we've taken away?
Tell me.
Be your authentic self.
Bingo.
Happy bitches ain't hating.
Stingo.
And it's tongue-in-cheek, Danielle.
Ringo.
Also, follow your blood clot dreams.
Yeah, just seriously, because like one day we're all gonna, you know.
Also, Danica, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I was just being silly.
I feel like I can say that, you know.
Yeah, you could definitely say that. Thank you so much for coming
thanks,
on,
baby.
I'm very excited for the new tune.
No, thank you. This one is, like I said, this
is it an arse shaker?
No, this one's like...
Oh, sultry moment.
This is
okay.
what you're going to want to get... I mean, you probably won't want to listen to... You know me, so you probably feel weird, but this is the kind of one you want to...
No, I wouldn't feel weird about that. Would I feel weird? Do you know me?
Yeah,
so
well,
you know I'd be like, this is my girl. It's my girl's tune.
Yeah. No,
okay,
yeah,
guys, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you're watching. Please leave me 5 stars if you're listening. Mwah. Tell your nan, tell your granddad, tell your auntie, tell your uncle, and go and stream Danica's new tune and get down with your man or your girl or your guinea pig or your hamster or your non-binary babe. Mwah.